So let's just have a quick address of the SmackDown situation at the moment. Now, we went over this as a review of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And we felt a little bit like they'd really fucked up the match. They'd messed with the opportunity to make history for the women. But now also on top of that, the way that the situation's developed on SmackDown itself seems a little bit like WWE have reacted to they've reacted to the reaction of the fans, and they're trying to go back on what they intended to do. Now, whether this is actually what happens or not, and we'll get into that in a minute, this still just seems so weak. The moment on SmackDown when you had all the women in the ring, you got Daniel Bryan making the announcement, you could see the fans right in the middle of the screen behind Daniel Bryan telling the story, giving you the reaction of what the fans were going to say, giving you the reaction they were going to give. It's right there for you. As he's making certain announcements, they're cheering, but when he suggests, or rather when he announces, when he says that we're going to just do it all again next week, the fans right behind him just go, oh, fuck. So what do we do from here? Without SmackDown just completely going to shit over this, because the whole point is we don't want control, we want entertainment. So we don't want to just get pissed off and you just go, no, we'll go back on it then, because that's shit too. What really needs to happen next week is somehow Carmella needs to keep hold of that briefcase. If it were me personally, I would have let her keep the briefcase. But if you have to have this match again, you at least let her keep it and let it be a defense next week. And then maybe you have some swerve where she cashes it in before you have chance to have the rematch. At least given the way that you've set it up now, where you've just got Carmella, who's supposed to be a heel, but most fans are now actually feeling a bit sorry for her, looking at the beatdown she took from Sasha and Charlotte at the end of SmackDown on Tuesday. And also the fact that she was probably the rightful person to win this match anyway. She was already being entertaining with it. She got a great promo with it, but it's been taken from her. Realistically, now, in case you missed it, Daniel Bryan banned James Ellsworth on Talking Smack. He banned him from being ringside during that match. But now, if you're not going to completely change the rules of this match, it's still no DQ. What really needs to happen here is James Ellsworth needs to come down to the ring. He needs to climb that ladder again. He needs to get the briefcase down and hand it to Carmella again. And Carmella needs to win. And that's the way it needs to go down. That's the way it needs to stick. We're not talking about the first ever Money in the Bank match now. That's gone. So many fans are saying, oh, why didn't you just do that in the second match? What if WWE are doing that? What if they're actually going that direction as we speak? They're already planning for the exact same thing to happen again. I'm hopeful of that because I don't want to see Becky Lynch or Charlotte or, I don't realistically want anybody else to win that now because I feel bad for Carmella. She earned the spot. She was doing great with it. With only a few days work. Come on, WWE, don't ruin this even further now. It's embarrassing right now, but it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. So yeah. Let's hope Carmella walks out with it on Tuesday. And I'm alright if she cheats. It's fine. But just run with an idea. You had a shit idea. You pushed it. It fell on its face like it should have done. So leave it now. Leave that in the past. You fucked up. Roll with it. Don't go back on it. You can't give it to somebody else now. You just can't. So, WWE. See you next Tuesday. 3 Sweet. Follow us on Twitter, 3 Threat Club. Peace.